Good morning. So nice to see you as another 3+U begins today. And we're going to kind of plan ahead a little bit, help you plan ahead as we begin the show to the month of February, even though we're just now getting into the month of January. Susan Matthews joins us this morning. She's with Love Without Reason, and with her, she has brought Brian Smith, who I guess is with everything. He said today we can label him Brian Smith a dad. We're talking though about the fact that January is National Human Trafficking Awareness Month.
Yes, ma'am.
At Love Without Reason, you do a multitude of things, Susan, but part of it is you do raise awareness of human trafficking. And so we're looking ahead to February, an event Brian's co-chairing, a father-daughter dance as a fundraiser for what you do.
Yes.
Is that a fair setup?
That's a fair setup. Human trafficking awareness is something that Love Without Reason is in the fight to combat it and to prevent it, to end it before it starts. And we serve three populations, you could say. One is children that are born with cleft and craniofacial birth defects. What we found out is that in the developing nations, these children, just because they're born with a different face, it sets them up for being vulnerable to human trafficking, labor, selling their organs on the black market. So when we put together teams and send teams to provide free surgery for these children, it literally changes their future. We educate the parents too about human trafficking. So that's one population that we serve, and then we have hands-on working in the red light areas where we're working with women who are survivors of human trafficking, and there we're teaching them business skills, we're teaching them how to read and write so that they have a sustainable income and a job, and they're not pulled back into that life of sex trafficking. And then we also do awareness events like People Not Products and other events like that, where we bring in speakers, local, national, international speakers, to bring awareness about human trafficking, internet safety, and things like that for our community.
So this is the third year. You've been doing Love Without Reason, obviously, for quite a number of years. The third year for the dance. So Brian, you went with your daughter, right?
A few years ago when they actually kicked it off, it was in Collegedale, and now we're expanding. This year it's at the Embassy Suites. It's going to be happening on February the 9th. And kind of how I look at things like this is it's not about me. It's not about, what I can do. It's about your daughter coming. And when I told Addie that we're going to be helping out with this event this year, that we're going to be going to the father-daughter dance again this year, just lighting up her face, the fact that she wants to come. So we'll be doing this. It's going to be happening February 10th at the Embassy Suites here, and we've got all kinds of great music. We're going to have some great snacks. We're going to have the picture booth, everything that's going to really make that evening special. And on top of that, Embassy Suites is a very nice place to do that too as well. And so, the next couple of weeks, Addie and I are going to be doing some shopping, and she's already excited about trying to figure out what dresses she's going to be wearing. And so, not only that, and as Susan was telling me earlier too, the fact that we're seeing older individuals come and adult daughters coming with their dads too, which is amazing as well.
Okay, because Chattanooga has had the YMCA. It was the Princess, the what's the group I'm trying to think of?
Yeah, they've had different ones.
The one I'm thinking of.
So, yeah.
And forever they've done the father-daughter dance. So that's where my mind went initially when I was thinking about this, and that's just for your little ones. So I love that you're opening it up for any father-daughter. Right?
My dad took me last year.
He did.
And danced with me. Yeah.
That is so great. So our tickets, you're going to go to the Love Without Reason website to get the tickets.
That's correct.
So when you're getting these monies coming in, Susan, is it staying? Because you mentioned how at Love Without Reason you work with the developing countries.
Yes.
So is it kind of a hybrid where some of the money stays here locally and then some is used
Absolutely.
for your overseas work?
Absolutely, because we're involved in working here in the U.S. as well in awareness events, and then we also do work internationally. So yes, absolutely.
You've educated me a lot over the years. I mean, Susan just has such a beautiful countenance about her anyway. But I've had many conversations with people lately about you. Ever since, especially when you told me, and it's a hard conversation, but about the organ trafficking, that's just shocking, Susan. And the fact that you told me once that for $1,000, a child can have a surgery in a developing country.
Yes, that's correct. The dollar goes a long way. And, Philip we used to call him our $1 million baby because prices were so high, but the dollar goes so far in these developing nations, and it's just the impact, it's priceless. It really is, it's priceless.
You know, we know you. Brian obviously knows you. Many of our viewers know you. But in case you don't, and you've heard Susan mention Philip, this was all born from your own love of your son Philip, who was born with craniofacial deformities that, I mean, many, many surgeries he had over the course of his life. But that little fighting spirit of his and that love of life always rose to the top.
Absolutely. Someone said that his spirit was so much bigger than any facial birth defect.
So when you are, okay, like with Addie, Addie's 11, Brian's daughter, right? Or should I say 11 and a half?
She will say 11 and a half.
Okay. So, like, are you having this conversation with her to let her know the organization you're benefiting?
Absolutely, because one thing I really try to install in her, whether it's been volunteering with organizations or with the city or even the volunteering that she does at school too, that there is a reason why we're going to this dance. Obviously, we're going to go and have fun. There's just, it's all about her that night too.
Sure.
But that the money raised is going to a great cause too. And that's something I've always instilled with her, whether it's been doing angel tree programs, I mean, everything. And she gets that sense too and is happy to be able to help out with that. So, the great thing is, this is a wonderful dance that goes to an absolutely wonderful cause. But then too, it's just a wonderful night that, dads, and I will tell dads out there, you have to have these special nights with your daughter. Mom does all the work, dad does all the fun. That's usually what happens.
Yeah, why? That's not fair, is it, Susan?
Yes, that's usually how I say it. And so, to be able to go to your daughter and say, we are going to have ourselves a date night, go get the dress that you want, or pick out the perfect dress out of the closet, and it's just going to be daddy, daughter, we're dancing. It doesn't matter the age, because I've seen dances, even when we went to this dance, where we're holding the 1-year-old and dancing all the way to, dancing with your 35-year-old daughter.
I think that is such a great idea, the idea of making it for all ages. So I know you have the larger venue with Embassy Suites, but I'm guessing there will be a cap at some point for how many people can come. So get your tickets early?
I say get your tickets now. Yeah, well, if we have to bring in a few more than what we can hold, I'm pretty sure we can accommodate.
All right, co-chair, 30 seconds. How much is the ticket?
So the tickets are $75.
Okay.
So, but again, it goes to a good cause. But you're in a absolutely beautiful place. There's going to be refreshments and snacks, and of course we got music. Got the photographer that's going to be out there too, because you want to make sure you have a keepsake that
Absolutely.
you can put on the refrigerator and in your daughter's room as well.
Okay. Thank you for your heart.
Thank
and
you.
yours too. My gosh, if there's an
I'm
organization.
going for the fun. They're going. I mean, what they do is amazing. I'm just there to have a great time with my daughter.
Well, get brushing up on your dance steps.
Yeah, that's the bad part.
All right, it's called the Father-Daughter Dance, all to benefit Love Without Reason. The 9th of February at Embassy Suites. LoveWithoutReason.org is where you will get your tickets. And remember, $1,000 can provide a surgery for a child in need. Thank you.
West Yellowknife Trading Post has everything under the sun. 36 by 60 inch windows with or without grids, $149. All other sizes starting as low as $99. Don't pay big box prices, but hurry. Limited quantities available. You better get it when you see it at West Yellowknife.
America's #1 hot tub manufacturer states this fact: made in the USA. All our hot tubs are built right here. Selling hot tubs directly to you saves you thousands while keeping jobs here in the USA. Shop us now at shophot.com.